Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on last year's national champions, the Clemson Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Football playoff game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Brings up second down.
Good read here by the quarterback on the run-pass option. Makes the right read, just doesn't give his receiver a chance to make a play on the ball.
So second and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. And the QB will try again on second and 10. The receiver grabs it. Oh, the spin move. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. First down from there. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Third down, out of the shotgun. Pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Someone got a hand up to deflect that one.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for a deep completion. Touchdown, Tigers, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Got momentum at the score scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. Here comes the bunch formation. First play, looking to throw it. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it second and medium. Keeping it on the ground here. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Caught over the middle. It's Peters. He's found some room at the 45. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down. After the incompletion, it's second and 10 from the 34. Play action fake, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. He's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Looking to chuck it again. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
How about that? The defense does their job on third down and long. They get after that quarterback, and now it's fourth and forever. Coverage did its part. Let's not forget about that. Buying the pass rush enough time to get after the quarterback.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Fair catch made at the 20. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Using his legs, it's Miles. Zero running left. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking for a man. That's reeled in. It's Pena. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Incompletion makes it second down. And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time. Threw it behind the receiver.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And that one's picked off. What a play. Could take it all the way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Receiver makes the catch on a comeback route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You got to have somebody out on the outside who can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
It's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Price the right with a quick throw. Makes the first down, but pays a Price big hit there at the end. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's got it near the end zone. One down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? To pick up the third and short through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on third down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
The offense will go for it here on fourth down and 3. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. This will go incomplete and a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and to keep him short of the first down.
Second down after that run in the previous play. Looking for some space. It's Miles. Tackle made after just a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
The sure hands. It's Miles. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
The back's got it. He finds some space. Breaks into the clear. At the 20. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Well, they run the ISO play, but the interior O-line just overwhelmed that time.
Yeah, give the defensive line all the credit in the world because they just manhandled this offensive line. They won the line of scrimmage. It's a very simple play.
Touchdown, Clemson. They couldn't stop him there. So the offense clicking now, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they'll stop him short at the line to gain. Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Stevens. He'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's got his man in the open field. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Caught by the receiver. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looks left and finds his target there. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it, enough for a first down. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish, as they fight back here in this playoff game.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. But when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he knocks through the PAT. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking right, this one caught. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Pena. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Egregious roughing the passer call. Automatic first down. Let's hope the quarterback is okay. Offense comes to the line with a first down. The defense is going to have to overcome that costly 15-yard penalty. Quick throw to the left. Oh, and it's dropped by an excellent defensive player. A chance at a takeaway. Got away from it. Don't see that often.
Well, the name of the game for this defense is to pressure this quarterback as often as you can, and that's exactly what they've been able to do here in this first half. It looks like they've got him rattled a bit, as that pass should have been his 2nd interception in the first half alone.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Going to try to use his legs here. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Wow, really good read here by this quarterback, and I love the call on the RPO. Now they get a shot here on 3rd down. It's much more manageable than the hole that they have dug for themselves. Curious to see if they stay on the ground or are they going to go through the air. They have the option to do either.
They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. 1st and goal at the 9. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. 1st and goal, handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a very short chip shot from 22 yards out. And it's good, right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Return starts from inside the 5. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick this deep, begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They need to get things going here in the third quarter, already trailing by a couple possessions. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking for the wideout. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The coach's choice to... for it does not pan out.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's 4th down, you've got a good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Finds his target. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback. Making really accurate throws. They are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
The Tigers come to the line with 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. The offense threatening now, 1st and goal. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He takes it into the end zone, but a marker is down, so hold on here. So the offense obviously declines that penalty, and the defense, and the touchdown will stand. PAT puts them up 17 now. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Offense is back on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
First down and 10 now. The shotgun running play call. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Stevens. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds an open target on the left side. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a 4th down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
Looking to throw yet again. Catch made on the right side. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Just a tremendous play here by the corner. Yeah, the offense does complete the pass, but the corner comes up, makes a nice form tackle while driving that offensive player back in the process.
Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Ball's incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
But to me, it looked like that receiver maybe tipped his hand on this out route. The corner does a nice job of breaking on the ball. Receiver needs to be sharper on those if you want to have any success against this secondary.
And the wideout goes in motion. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. Ball handed off. First down and more. He's still running. They bring him down, but the game moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Chris, let's face it, most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirectional counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a first down.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. And he drops back in the gun, looking for his big tight end. Almost intercepted, falls incomplete, but a risky attempt there. Would have been his second pick today.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he finds his tight end for the catch. He makes the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. And now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Gets back to the line, but no closer to the end zone than that.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
No gain makes it second down and goal from the 5. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on.
Man, Chris, even in this condensed space down in the red zone, a superior athlete is just eventually going to be a superior athlete. You hesitate for a second, and this guy's going to make you pay, and the defense here was left with the bill.
The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. And with 3 quarters in the books, with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. So who's going to pick up the W as we begin the final quarter of play? On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And there's the handoff. They bring it down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the ground, it's Stevens. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. What a catch! They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Receiver in motion now. Play action here on first down. Quick throw to the left. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
But here we are in the fourth quarter. The offense just trying to come up with something to try to spark this offense to give them a chance at a comeback. Unfortunately, the defense is playing smart. They're sitting back, anticipating these deep throws.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Nice grab. It's Peters. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Look out, he's in the clear. Across the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
Extra point try coming now. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Comes back out onto the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
And the running back takes the handoff, has the first down and more. Breaks loose at the 45. We finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And we'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face. It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Lets it fly to the wideout. And he throws his third interception of the day. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. At the 30 now. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on fourth down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time. So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Ball carrier tackled there.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over.
Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Oh, he's bringing it back. Touchdown, Clemson. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw, comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking deep for late game heroics. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of a punt. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Testing the right side here. And they wrap him up and bring him down in what is the final play of the game.